What's up, guys? Welcome back for another EVE Online video. This is going to be going over the Mackinaw fit. This is a fit that I kind of use when I'm kind of wanting to just kind of AFK chill and kind of just mine some ice. It's relatively cheap. The hull is the most expensive part of this ship, but really the purpose is to just mine like high sec ice and just kind of relax. As far as ganking and everything is concerned, I've never actually lost a Mackinaw or any mining ship, really. So putting this tank on here is just kind of a best practices kind of thing. Obviously, if somebody comes in and goes after ganking you, then your best bet is to get off grid as fast as you can. But ice, for the most part, is pretty popular in high sec, so there's a lot of target selection for the gankers. And if you win the gank lottery, then yeah, it sucks. But you can make up the cost of this ship relatively easily by just mining ice. That's why you usually don't run the Mackinaw for ore, because ice is a little bit better return on investment. So I'll talk about the fit real quick. I'll put the fit in the description as well, so you can kind of like have a reference for that. But I just got like the synopsis fit window up here. I'm using just regular Tech 2 ice harvesters. You can run the ores here, but they're more expensive, right? It's going to push this ship up to where upwards to like 400 million, which is a little pricey in my opinion for being kind of just like an alt activity. And then for the medium power slots, I'm using a medium Shield Amplifier II, a survey scanner just to check rock size, an enduring multispectrum shield hardener. I'm using the enduring instead of instead of just a regular multispec Tech 2, just because the Mackinaw has kind of a CPU and a power, kind of a power grid, issue. And also I run this on an alt, so my alt doesn't have like 100% like Magic 14. So running enduring or compact shield hardener, it works just fine. And then I run a EM Shield Amp 2 just to kind of fill the EM resistance hole in the shield. And in low power slots, I'm using the 3 Ice Harvester upgrades because I want the lowest cycle time as possible. And then to help compensate the CPU usage of all these modules, I'm running 2 medium processor overclocking unit 1s. And also I use just drones. Like I usually carry Hornets because most of my characters are Caldari trained. But if you've got Minmartar, you can run warriors, or you can run whatever like Tech 2 drones you're kind of trained for in that slot. For what I'm doing right now, I'm actually not running any sort of like clones for this, so it just to keep it on the budget for the most part. It's like a Tech 2, I would call it like a Tech 2 ice budget fit. It's about my only use that I have for the Mackinaw these days. But I'll go and bring up the actual fit window here. You can kind of see our CPU and our power grid usage here, and then our EHP comes in around 36k EHP, which is decent. We got a decent cap and all that stuff. The Mackinaw kind of fluctuates quite a bit on price, but I think when I bought this one in Jita, it was like 170 million, right? And 161 of that is the actual hull itself, so it's a little pricey. But one of the main benefits is the actual ore hold, the mining hold on this ship. At full Exumer 5, you're looking at 44k. So in terms of ice, we're able to go out here and fill up with 44 units of ice. If you couple this with like a command ship that can allow you to compress this ice, then you kind of just give yourself a lot of breathing room, and you don't have to actually, like if you're in a Hulk, you have to move ice out of the Hulk really very often, right? Or else it'll fill up and it'll turn off your harvesters. But one popular strategy is actually just run Mackinaws with like an Orca when you're doing ice, and this will allow you to kind of like really kind of like just sit back and let the alts just kind of like fill up quite a bit. And because you're essentially what you're doing is each Mackinaw doesn't even need to be emptied until it can actually fill up the fleet hangar of the Orca. So it's a little bit more hands off if you don't mind the lower or the higher cycle time of the Mackinaw compared to like the Hulk. But I figured I'd show you this fit. I know I covered every mining ship previously on the channel except for the Mackinaw. I do have a ore fit for this, but it's not a whole lot different than this ice. You just swap your lows and then obviously your highs for ore, and everything else pretty much stays the same. But as far as just like taking the ship out and actually practically earning ISK with it, I try to like stay in the kind of the ice side of things. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll put this fit in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.